All right, let's go.
Run it.
Run it.
I'm literally just a girl.
Hello, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Dang, episode 2. We're getting it. I think the more episodes we'll do. I'm excited. I was actually thinking about this in the car. I'm like, it'll be so nice to like get the flow of our conversations going.
I know.
Because on the first episode, I kind of still felt like I know I'm not interviewing Hannah. Like, she's my co-host, but it just feels so weird, you know?
No, I mean, it felt fine. I think it's interesting because I guess you're right. You don't want to feel like you're like interviewing each other, but we just want to be catching up, talking casually. So, episode 2. Let's go.
What'd you do today?
Okay, first of all, I have a a gift for you.
You have a gift for me for what?
So open up your gift first.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. What is it? Oh my god! Stop! Oh my gosh! You ready for this? It's
For those of you guys listening, it's a Jesus candle.
Oh my gosh!
Un vela de Jesús, el corazón de Jesús. And there's a prayer on the back. This is the candle we talked about in episode 1, you guys, that I like to light when I'm watching scary movies.
This
one was beautiful. This is so beautiful. I don't have it.
You know, they say you're supposed to have one of the guardian angel.
There you go.
Oh my gosh,
I don't even have that one. I need
You're
to go
so
get that.
sweet. I love you. Air hug. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I'm gonna light them up now. Now I won't feel so.
Yeah, when you watch a horror movie, just light it and it has a prayer on the back.
Oh, that's so nice. What does the prayer say?
Sacred Heart of Jesus prayer.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. I just
Thank
like
you.
it.
It's so cute. We need to maybe have one here all the
Oh
time.
my God.
Because we bring it out when we talk about horror shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Chris is gonna freaking crack up when he sees this.
Light it next time.
How would you do today? How was your day?
Today was good. It was raining today, and we haven't gotten rain in Houston in a long time.
Thunderstorming.
Okay, I secretly love thunderstorms. I'm like so weird. It probably has to do with some of my depression, but I just like love thunderstorms. I love being in bed in the morning when it's raining, thunderstorming,
and can stay in bed. But if it's thunderstorming and I have to
what
go
did
out,
you do today?
What did I do today? I had my lash appointment early in the morning, and then I went to my nail place, got my nails done.
Oh, cute!
They're cute, right?
Very fall.
Very fall. I wanted to do. I mean, I did the French with the burgundy last time, but I'm like, I'm gonna burn it out.
What is on this nail?
It's like a flower.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's a flower with
That's
French.
really cute.
And yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna burn out this color because I want to use it as much as I can in the fall. I'm obsessed with like.
I did that color last time. I get my nails in like every 3 weeks, and I was sick of it after 3 weeks.
Really?
No, I couldn't even last till Halloween, and I went and got white French. That's just who I am.
I know, they're gorgeous though. White French is always gorgeous.
It's timeless.
Yeah, it's
timeless,
really pretty.
truly.
But then I came to the warehouse and I had to mop because the Halloween party. Our floors are so disgusting
From the party.
from the party. Yeah, they're just people just spilled drinks and everything. So I just mopped. I spent like an hour mopping, but it's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, damn. You know when you're like, fuck, I hate mopping. I'm like, I hate it with.
Did you put on music? Because when I put on some salsa music,
No.
I'll be mopping for 3 hours.
No,
I'm
I put on Gilmore Girls. Have
good.
you watched Gilmore Girls?
That was your problem.
No,
you put
I
on
like-
Gilmore Girls to mop.
I did. I like Gilmore Girls, especially right now in the fall and the winter, because like it's filmed in like, or it's based on there in the town in Connecticut, and it's just so like fall. They have like a full fall, like the leaves and like the winter time, and like I just love it because Houston, we don't get any of that.
Yeah.
So I
I'd
like
watch
watching-
that in bed, but not to mop.
Not to
Hell
mop.
no.
No.
I'm putting on some Bad Bunny to mop.
So I'm like, see, I'm not a big like music person. Like I like music, but I don't always like fuck with music.
What?
I know it's weird. I don't know. And when I was growing up, I did a lot. All I did was watch music videos all day, every day. But I don't know. As I've gotten older, I rather like put on people talking. Like so, like I'll do like my favorite shows or whatever. I also think it's because I'm so like zoned in. I need just something a little bit in the background. But music, I get tired of music very easily.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know
No,
why.
I always have to have music playing in
Really?
my house. Yeah. doing laundry, running around the house, like cleaning, picking up. When I'm cooking, I love having on Frank Sinatra or like Billie Holiday, like oldies.
Okay,
I
yes.
love that.
If I'm cooking, I love like stuff like that.
It makes me just feel like I'm Martha Stewart or some shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, I'm a homemaker.
Oh, speaking of that,
did you watch it?
Yes, I didn't finish it, but I watched most of it. I probably have like 20 minutes left.
Okay, so you pretty much saw most of it.
Yes.
She's amazing, right?
I think what she's accomplished is amazing, but I feel a little bit of pity for her.
Okay, in what way?
Like, I feel like she chose her career. Like, she put her career before her family and before her husband and before her daughter. And I don't know, for me, I guess, like, everyone prioritizes things differently, right? Do I think that she accomplished great things? Absolutely. I don't know how she did it on her own, but especially, like, the women things. Like, she would just, like, people were envy of her because she literally would do everything. She was a woman of all means. But I do think she lived like a lonely life, and you can still see it as they're interviewing her. Like, there's so much loneliness and sadness, and like she even says, like, she doesn't know if it was worth it putting her career in front of her marriage, you know?
True.
And I don't know. I think it's great everything she accomplished? Yes. I think they went too deep into the whole trial for her for insider trading. I feel like that part was a little long. But I don't know, like, it was cool to see, like, okay, you can, at whatever age, you can still be a boss woman. But it almost made me be like, man, I need to appreciate, oh my God, I have a lash on my eye. I need to appreciate where I'm at in my life, because she was so always focused on being perfect, and like she was never happy with what she had. And I'm like, look at her now, she's like 67, and I'm like, or 60 something. And I'm like, she didn't really get to enjoy her life. I don't know. That's my take on it.
Very true. I think they focused so heavily on the trial because she was the first billionaire self-made woman. And the trial was it was over $43,000 worth of that trade. The trade that she sold was worth 43 grand.
Yeah.
It's trivial compared to her in the billion she had in her stock.
Yeah.
So I think the whole point of that was they were targeting her.
Yeah.
Because back in the 90s, it was not known. There wasn't a woman billionaire.
No. She was the first.
She was the very first. She was like the first female influencer, really.
Right.
And I think they were targeting her because they wanted to bring her down, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they focused so much on the trial. And it's interesting to see that, you know, all of her hard work kind of made her a target for these men who wanted to take her down because of her success. Yeah. Because, you know, she's a homemaker and she has all these books, and, you know, she even did like the bridal magazine. She went from, you know, cooking. She was a stockbroker herself too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is amazing.
I love that because I feel like I've been like learning a little bit more about stocks, and I was doing a little bit of trading too. And I feel like I was telling Chris today, you also have to be interested in it, but I think every woman needs to learn a little bit about trading, because it really does take a level of, like, you have to do it with your logical side and not your emotional side, and it will help you, because women are so emotional all the time. We literally work through everything. Our decisions are based more on emotional than logic, and men are more on the logical side. That's just science. But trading kind of makes you bring out that logic side. It forces you to bring out that logic side, or you'll fail miserably.
Right.
So I do think that, and she says that that's what helped her have these conversations with these billionaire men, because back in the day too, billionaires weren't a thing. No. So like the fact that she would be in these rooms and to be able to conversate with these billionaires was a great thing. Now, I agree. I think she accomplished a lot, and the guy, the prosecutor, really wanted her specifically to go down, and he says it because I think the guy that sold, the main guy that did it, he was like, he wanted me to say that I told Martha Stewart that I sold to sell.
They would let him off the hook, basically, if he took her down.
Yeah, and it's that part, like, that's where I was almost finishing at that part. That part did make me mad. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Crazy.
You can't see. And they did say, like, you're mean, or you try to be mean like the boys, and now you're a fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
And then you're not, and then you're like, oh, a poor woman. And you can't, as a woman in this world, you can't win. You won't win.
No, because if you are demanding and you're analytical and you're organized and you have a standard, you're seen as a bitch.
Yeah.
But a man, he's praised because he's a boss.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's still seen that way.
It is.
To this day.
It is. You can't be a woman and be demanding and be seen as nice and caring and that motherly figure wife. Or you have to pick one or the other. Mm-hmm. You can't be that boss-ass bitch and you can't be the sweet wife at home.
Yeah.
It's like Martha had both, but she was called a bitch endlessly because of the way that she demanded things and she wanted to grow her business. That's how she grew it.
Yeah.
Was being demanding. You know?
Well, yeah. Well, back in the day, it's if it's bad now, it was worse back in. There wasn't, like I said, there wasn't a female stockbroker, so it's like for her, it was extremely hard because even now, when I go into business meetings with men, they will not take a look at me.
They don't take you seriously.
They don't take me. They will refer all directions to Chris, and Chris will be like, "Oh yeah, my wife's the one in charge of marketing," but they'll be like, "Oh okay." And they'll go. And at first I was like, that's something I'm going to have to navigate. And I used to get upset. I'm like, whatever. Like if the deal's going to get done regardless, I'll let Chris be the forefront because they don't want, a lot of businessmen too nowadays are Indian and they don't look at a woman in that way. Their woman is for household. She takes care of the kids. She doesn't take care of finances, nothing. So they can't take a woman serious in that role. Okay. So like even today, if we still struggle with that today, Martha dealt with it a lot worse.
Oh my God. Yes, tremendously. Yeah.
No, it was a great documentary to watch. I need to finish it. I don't know what happens at the end.
I mean, it basically, you pretty much got to it. Okay. But she's happy now. I think, there's sadness in her eyes. I think she has regret. Yeah. You know, kind of, from what I could tell, I feel like she maybe regrets not, she feels like when she became a mother, she didn't have those motherly instincts. She didn't have that natural nurturing instinct in her. She was like, you're told it's this beautiful, amazing thing and you're going to have all these emotions. And she was like, I didn't feel that. I went right back to work. Yeah. So. Which I think is great that they covered that because I do think there's women like that. Postpartum depression too is a real thing that a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah. Or that they truly don't feel like they want to be mothers, they're just pushed into motherhood.
Yes. That's what she was like, well, I feel like I had to get married. And when you get married, you have to have kids and you have to have a family. And I have to be at home cooking and cleaning. And my husband's a breadwinner and I come home and this is what it is. This is life. Yeah. In the 90s. Yeah. But I feel like she broke that chain kind of and made, a name for herself and became a billionaire, which is fascinating to me. And I really enjoyed it. And it's inspiring to me.
It is. It was very inspiring. I will say that the whole fact that she took something like homemaking and made it into a catering took the catering company to like millions, and then from there, she started making her own, branding her
more than her husband.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then she was like, we need to get into Kmart, and she was like, the thing is, she was surrounded by a lot of wealthy people, but she was like, no, we need to target everyday women. Yes. And that's when she went into Kmart. And I thought that was like so fascinating because, sometimes you think you need to start at the top or whatever. And it's like, that's not always the case.
And all her Hamptons friends, billionaire friends were looking down at her like, what are you doing in Kmart? Yeah. And look at what it became because she had a vision that not every woman is a billionaire and living in the Hamptons, and they're not going to go to Williams-Sonoma. They have to go to Kmart, their average, store on the block or whatever. So yeah, it was inspiring, and I just think, did you see where she went to jail for 5 months? Did she talk about that?
I didn't get.
Okay, yeah, she spoke about that, and I think that really kind of humbled her too. And at the same time, in jail, she had like these inmates that made her ponchos, like they hand crocheted her ponchos, and she wore it when she left jail. And I just think that's so amazing to see that. Is. Yeah, she's billionaire Martha Stewart, but she's also, making friends with the inmates at the jail, and you'll see. You should watch the rest.
I'll watch the rest. Now, like I said, I think it's great, but I think it does make you need to think about as a woman what you want, right? What's going to bring you true happiness, because it is great to work on your career and work hard and stuff. But I think sometimes people only think about the now and they don't think about what's my life going to look like in 5-10 years, right? They focus on the now, right? It's like, oh, I'm young, I'm going to party right now, or I'm young, I'm going to put my head down and just work, not pay attention to my friends or my family, whatever. But like, you don't know if your dad's going to be here in 5 years. You don't know who, like, you know, like, I think it's important to work on the now and focus on the now, but also like think about where you want your life to be at in 5 to 10 years, right? Because that's also really important. At least for me, it was another reminder of that. Yeah. It was good. It was good.
It was really
good.
So
if you haven't watched it, sorry, we just gave you a whole
synopsis of it. Basically, spilled it all.
But it was good.
It was very good. It was so good. What's going on right now in celebrity world, pop culture?
The Kim Kardashian. I saw that yesterday.
The necklace?
Yes. Did you see it?
Yes.
What'd you think?
Okay. So we're talking about the Princess Diana necklace that Kim Kardashian wore to a gala. She wore a stunning Gucci dress with it. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful look. I saw the look. I think it's beautiful. People are bashing her for it.
Right.
People are bashing her for it. I assume because she essentially has this timeless piece that was once Princess Diana's, and her cleavage is out in this dress.
And
right?
Princess Diana, and wore this necklace at a charity event.
Yes, very covered up. Princess Diana was very conservative.
Very conservative, yes. So Kim, I didn't know it was a Gucci dress. It was a gorgeous dress. Stunning dress. White. It's white, like a white ivory dress. But yeah, the neckline, I'm like...
What do you think?
I'm like, I love you, Kim. I love her. I know some people freaking hate her. You either love Kim or you hate her. I love her. I think what she does is incredible. We're not going to go back to like where she started. What she's doing now I think is great. She's very business savvy too. But do I think she should have worn that dress, that necklace? No. I'm like, or why didn't you ask for it to be not... The thing is, it's not just like a V like this, like a little V.
No, her titties are out.
It's like a deep V, like the V that goes to your belly button. And I'm like, that was not an appropriate necklace to wear with that. I personally, and I'm someone who's like, I'm not that conservative, but I still think you need to be conservative when it comes to things like that.
Okay, yes, I totally agree with that, but I also see the side of, she bought this necklace at auction a year ago. She purchased it for almost $200,000, you know, and I feel like...
For only $200,000?
$200,000, that's what I read. I mean, it could be... I don't know. It's like an undisclosed amount, but that's probably the estimate.
Okay.
And yes, Princess Diana wore it very conservatively. She was a conservative woman. Kim Kardashian bought the necklace. It's her necklace, right? Yes, it's an heirloomed, timeless piece that will probably be in a museum in the future if she ever were to resell it. But it's her necklace, and she can wear it as she pleases, you know. And she looked amazing. It looked stunning.
Yeah.
I get both sides. I get it. Like
I get that. I do understand that. Do I agree with that? No. But I think it just depends on the personality of the person. I think when it comes to if I'm looking at something and I bought it at auction, right? Like I bought a painting at auction, I'm going to proudly display that painting. I'm gonna know.
Oh, she proudly displayed it.
Well, she did proudly display it. But I guess for me, it's like, I guess I'm going to look at the meaning behind the necklace, who wore it before, how to, what am I looking for the word? How to like
cherish
elevate it. Like elevate it, cherish it. Like, how am I gonna like proudly display this, like in the best way, the most respectful, I guess, way.
Right.
For me, like, I have this piece. It's super respected. Princess Diana wore it. Like, I need to, like, it's something that you have to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like...
Yeah, it's like an heirloomed piece.
Yeah,
I was thinking that, you know, because, like, what if one day her grandkids, you know, Meghan Markle's kids are like, Mommy, what happened to Grandma Diana's necklace?
Yeah, which I don't know.
And they're, like, Googling it. Oh, it's on Kim K's titties.
Yeah.
You know, I get that too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well.
Did you see it, Gabby? Your mic works now. Gabby's mic works now. You did see it?
What do you think?
Yeah, I did see it.
What do you think?
I mean, I agree with both sides. You know, like, you shouldn't wear it. You should wear it. I mean, it's hers.
It's hers, right? It's same thing with the Marilyn Monroe dress. She got a lot of hate for that at the Met Gala that she wore it to. Did you see that?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
No.
So Kim K, I don't want to say if it was this past year or the year prior, but she went blonde and she wore Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress, which was a size too small. Kim K couldn't even fit in it. She had to like lose a bunch of weight to fit in it. She got a bunch of backlash because she was saying how she lost X amount of pounds to fit into this iconic dress, and people were shaming her, saying that she's promoting, you know, eating disorder or, body dysmorphia, whatever. And she, if you see in the video, it's like a timeless piece. It's in a museum, and they took it out to wear it, you know, for her to wear it at the Met Gala. And she lost a bunch of weight, and they barely cinched her into it. And she put like a shawl in the back to cover up because the back wouldn't even zip. And people are like, that's Marilyn Monroe's iconic dress. Why would you basically destroy it by wearing it? You're too big for it, you know? So people gave her a lot of hate for wearing that dress out. It's the same. It's a very similar scenario with the Princess Diana necklace, you know? I mean, Kim's iconic, though. And she can do what she wants. She can do what she pleases. She looked fucking phenomenal. It is what it is. The Marilyn Monroe dress is a little different because it went back into the museum. But the Diana necklace, she bought it. It's hers, you know. So I think she can do as she pleases with the necklace. It was scandalous. But look, Diana, she was a boss ass bitch, okay? And like the revenge dress, do you know about the revenge dress that she wore? No. So when she filed for divorce with Prince King Charles, is it King Charles? She filed for divorce. The next day, she wore the revenge dress, which was like this beautiful black dress. Scandalous for Princess Diana. It like showed her collarbone. You know what I mean? It was like off the shoulder, this black stunning dress, and she wore it to like a party the next day, you know, after the news broke that she ended up filing for divorce. And, you know, divorce is not an option in the royal family normally. So I think that Diana would be like, oh, you look amazing. You look stunning.
Okay, I guess when you see it like that, I see that. Like, okay, yeah, she was a powerful woman, and like she was like, oh yeah, wear it as you please. I think for me, it was just like, it was a little too much.
It definitely was too much.
Was too much for me. Like, I'm like, come on, babe, you could have made it a little. It's almost like, I think I just get upset because I want to like root for Kim so hard, and I'm like, God, you gotta do something that's
keep letting me down.
You keep letting me down. No wonder people are pissed at you, baby girl. Like, I guess it's where I'm like, you couldn't be a little fucking more conservative. Like,
look, bad press is good press. At the end of the day,
it still is. It still is. All right. I think that's the only pop culture I had. Did you have anything else? That I was like, oh my God, I saw it, because I'm not a big pop culture queen, but the only page I follow is like Complex News.
So you love Kim K. Who's your like ultimate celebrity girl crush?
I honestly don't have one. I think if I was to like this year be like, there's someone I actually really like, is Sofia Vergara.
Ooh, recently divorced.
Yeah, I love her.
You love her?
I think she's gorgeous. I know she has work done, obviously, but I think for her age, she looks
she looks
beautiful, phenomenal. The fact that she was able to make a career with her having that accent, to me, is amazing. Like, I loved her. I think it was the GQ or the Vanity Fair YouTube segment on her home, and she was like, I love my kitchen. I have this super expensive stove, but I never use it. Like,
so real.
She's like, I don't love to cook, and like, I'm not gonna cook, and I love that because I'm a woman, and we are supposed to know how to cook. I don't know how to cook, and I don't like to cook. I hate cooking. It does not bring me any satisfaction at all. Like, and I think because I'm not good at it, and I just don't have the patience for it. And I don't know, something about her this year, I loved it. I loved the role she played in Griselda. Did you watch that one?
Loved Griselda.
Yeah, so good.
She did amazing.
So for me, that's someone I actually like, other than like Kim, because it's weird because I don't like to watch any Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I personally am not a what is it called? Like, I don't watch reality TV. I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not a big TV person in general. Like, I don't really sit down.
She doesn't like music. She doesn't like TV.
What
do you do in your free time?
Organize my closet. Organize my closet. Do laundry. Like, I just looking up on. I'm like, literally, I'm on Instagram and TikTok a lot. I like TikTok. I love TikTok. But as far as reality TV, I don't love, but I love her. I always have. I love.
Have you seen Modern Family?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sophia and Modern Family is like gorgeous. I love it.
So funny.
Modern Family is like my all-time favorite. Like, what is a sitcom show? Which is not really a sitcom because I don't think people laugh. I think it's considered a sitcom when people laugh, right?
Right, like live shows.
Yeah, but I love Modern Family. It's my favorite. I'm rewatching it for like the 5th time right now.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
What's her husband's name in Modern Family? She's always like, what
Jay.
is it? Jay!
Jay! She's just like, the guy's like, I'm not giving you grief about that parrot you have. And she's like, what parrot? I'm like, oh my God. Sometimes her voice gets annoying. Who's yours?
My ultimate celebrity girl crush is has to be Megan Fox because she's fucking stunning.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah.
All the men and all the guys watching Transformers in like 2007 were like, I was like,
yeah.
She's stunning. She's amazing. My favorite actress is Jessica Chastain. Okay. Do you know who that is? She's amazing. She's in Interstellar. She's in The Help.
I think you wrote she's in
she's red hair.
Molly's Game, right?
Molly's Game. Have you seen that movie?
That movie's
true
great.
Great story about that underground poker club.
Yeah, that was really cool. My sister watched the story and she recommended it and I watched it and it was great. I actually really like her. She's gorgeous.
She's stunning.
Yeah.
And she has such a beautiful personality. Anytime I see her in like interviews and stuff, and Interstellar's like one of my favorite movies ever. And it's crazy when you can go from someone like, you know, in a spacesuit in a movie, and she's in The Martian too. And then she goes from being, you know, that to in The Help, and she plays like a Southern woman, a Southern belle, and she's so beautiful and amazing.
She is really. She actually is very, very beautiful.
She is. Love her.
Yeah. That's it though. For me, I'm not big on. Do you like the Kardashians? Like, do you actually like them?
I have seen every single episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians because I used to have E on all the time, like just on a loop in my apartment while I was cleaning, doing laundry, whatever. And they're so entertaining, you know?
Yeah,
and
Gabby likes them too.
Their old episodes before they were super famous are the funniest.
Yeah.
Just so funny. And I love seeing their vacations and their outfits and everything. I really can't.
I like actually watching them sometimes because I do like that on social media you see like these perfect pictures. But on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, when they're being interviewed in the chair, they look gorgeous. But when they're like actually like being recorded, you see more of, I don't want to say flaws, but like the fact that they are not like super perfect all the time, which is what I like.
Right.
Because it makes me feel like, okay, these are gorgeous women who have like, they're busy all the time, but they're also just like normal. They don't look perfect all the time. Yeah. Which I like. That's why I
watch the older ones because now they have like a chef and a nanny and a driver, you know, but the old ones are so funny. Like when they're all in the house living together with Chris still and the girls are like in their 30s. Yeah. And that's another thing we talked about in the first episode, our last episode, how you're never too old to start over, to start something. Something that I always think about all the time when I feel like I'm behind in life, I'm like, Kim K didn't get her start till she was like 32, 33 is when she like started Keeping Up. Yeah. And they had their store like Poosh or Dash or whatever. Yeah. And then she blew up. Look at her now, you know? Yeah. So you're never too old for anything, honestly.
Same. I think that's why I like her and like Sophia. I love older women because like them, it reminds you that you're never too old. Like again, like I think because the older you get, like you're out of your 20s, like when you're growing up, you're like, oh, my 20s are going to be my life, right? And then you get in your 20s and like you don't have fucking life figured out, especially nowadays. And it's like you start having all this stress, but then you realize all these other people, I'm like, you know, they're barely starting life.
Barely.
I mean, you do have some of the young influencers, you know, like what's her name? The Charlie D'Amelio girls.
Oh my God. And they're like 18.
They're like 18, you know, you get that crowd. But for the most part, like a lot of the celebrities nowadays, they don't get their big break until like the early 40s.
Have you seen Lindsay Lohan lately?
Oh my God, gorgeous.
What is she eating, drinking, taking? Oh. Because I need to know the regimen because she looks better than than like 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
She looks amazing.
She popped up on my Explore page and I was like, oh my God, this is Lindsay Lohan. And I started following her. I'm like, she looks so good.
She looks phenomenal.
She looks phenomenal.
I follow her makeup artist and every single post of her just like posing for, she just looks amazing. And she's such a beautiful actress too. And
she is. Her hair and just like her skin, like she's just so gorgeous. Honestly, I'm like so glad that she didn't end up like
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, honestly, because
have you seen Amanda Bynes?
No, yeah, I haven't. It's really
tragic. Sad. It's sad. Honestly, it really is sad.
Yeah,
but Yeah, I wish Amanda Bynes the best. I loved Amanda. She was stunning.
Oh yeah, Amanda Bynes.
Do you remember the Amanda show? Like, did you ever watch Nickelodeon growing up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, she was so beautiful. I mean, she's
I still
beautiful.
watch. She's the Man is still one of my favorite movies. I watch.
Yes,
and repeat. Yeah.
I love She's the Man.
I remember seeing She's the Man and be like, oh my gosh, she's so cool. Like you wanted to be her.
And Channing.
Oh yeah, and that was in Channing.
Do you see Channing broke off his engagement?
Yes, with Zoe Kravitz. Yes,
yeah, and 3 years.
And that film was made by Zoe Kravitz,
yes.
the one that he just.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did watch it.
Is it good?
It was okay. I thought I had better expectation for it.
Oh, okay.
It was like a murder thriller kind of mystery. It had a lot of. They basically go to an island, and Channing Tatum is like the guy that takes all these girls and people to this island.
Yeah.
And they basically just like take a bunch of drugs, and yeah, it was kind of cool. It was a little bit slow, but it just wasn't really my thing too much. It was good. It was definitely directed well, filmed very well. The actors were amazing. Yeah. Good plot and stuff, but I didn't like love it. Okay. But yeah, it was interesting.
She produced, or she was one of the producers, right? Or the
yes,
writers?
I think that's how they met, is making that movie.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that I saw an interview with them, and he was like, yeah, and then throughout the movie, we just ended up kind of falling in love.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
But yeah, I was like super like, because I was watching when he was like, they were promoting the film, and he was with her, and I was like, oh, I didn't know. And then like last week it was.
Allegedly they called it off.
Yeah.
Or she was seen out without wearing her ring. I mean, I don't know. So sad.
Happens all the time to these celebrities.
Look at Sofia Vergara. I wonder who she has a boyfriend, right?
Currently, I don't know.
I think she was seen out with someone.
Her husband was really handsome.
I know.
That one guy.
I know.
Where was he from, Magic Mike?
Magic Mike.
Mm-hmm. I was like, where is he from, Magic Mike?
Have you ever seen Magic Mike live?
No.
I have to do that for my bachelorette party.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Is it like stripping though?
Girl, have you seen Magic Mike?
Yeah, it's like
dancing.
It's
that, but live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they strip, right?
But it's not like strippers, men strippers.
I've never been. We'll have to go, and we'll come back.
Girl,
give the feedback.
To convince my husband, hell no.
Really, it's a bachelorette.
No, hell no, he will not.
So, what are you guys gonna do for your bachelorette before your wedding in the future?
We'll probably do a co thing.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to sneak you away over my
girl, no. I don't want no dicks on my face. No. Chris would die. He'd be like, here are the divorce papers right here, right now. Oh, my God. He's like anti-man strip clubs for me. But he's never been to a strip club without me. And so he's not, like, that's not an interest for him. Like,
how would you feel about that if, like, he had a bachelor party and he went to a strip club?
Honestly, like, I think now seeing him at a strip club, like, because we've gone to some together, I wouldn't care. To be honest, I wouldn't care because I know him, that's not his interest. Like, he would never voluntarily say, yes, let's go. And his friends that know him know that that's not something he would ever want to do. So if he was there, my biggest thing is, like, your credit card is, you have $0.
Locking your card.
You're not giving our money away. Hell no.
To some
you
other
can watch
ass.
all day. You can watch all day. You can get the titties in your face. I don't care. You ain't spending a dime. I think that's my biggest thing. I don't want him spending money.
Girl, the titties ain't gonna be in his face if he doesn't have cash.
Exactly. So I know. It's a tactic. You don't care if Blake goes to
No, not at all. He's never been. He's never been. Since we've been together, he has never wanted to or ever been. I've always been like, babe, where are you? Oh, your friend, he's single. Are you guys going to the strip club? He's like, no, why would I want to go to the strip club?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll bring the strip club to the bedroom.
Oh, okay. See, that's why. Do you strip for him?
Not that I mean, we always, like, we play role play or, like...
You role play?
Yeah. I love... One of my favorite things is going to Cindy's or Adam and Eve, and I just grab some random shit, you know, just bring it home and surprise him. Or bring it on vacation. I love bringing it on vacation. Yeah. And I, like, put it under all my stuff, and I just pop out and surprise him.
Oh, that's so cute.
The first time we get there. I love doing that.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do... Because going back to Modern Family... Have you watched Modern Family?
I've seen, like, a few episodes and, like, the funny viral clips.
Well, Phil and Claire, they role play, and they kind of go on Valentine's Day. They have like what is it called? Like alter people. Like they change their
ego?
Well, they change their names. So he's Clive Bixby and she's Juliana, and they meet at the bar, and it's so funny. And then they go to the hotel room, and I'm like, I always want to do that, but Chris would never. He just can't. I think we would crack up one, but I think it'd be so fun to just, I've been telling him, like, I just want to go to a bar and, like, me be there and you come up to me and, like, try hitting on me. But I think because been together for so long, he doesn't know how to, like, hit on someone. And I don't know what I would say to someone either. Like, I would literally be like, go away. If someone actually tried hitting on me, I'd be like,
married.
Go away. But, yeah, no, I've always wanted to role play a little bit like that.
So you guys don't role play? Like, do you ever...
Okay. Like lingerie, yes. Like, do I have like schoolgirl outfits? Yes, but not like change voices, role play.
The best one is teacher student. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
He's the teacher and you're the student.
He's the teacher and I'm the student.
Okay. Like you're hitting on your. Did you not have a teacher that you thought was like so hot?
Yeah, like when I was like in middle school.
Okay, I had a teacher I thought was so hot. He was like my gym coach or whatever in like high school and yeah, I like role play that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I need to do
Sarah,
that.
what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get an A? What do I have to do?
Oh my god! What do I have to do to get an A? Oh my god, I can't. Oh my gosh, I need to do that to Chris. Like, we'll have a whole episode on this soon because I need to learn Hannah's tips because apparently she has a lot to give.
I do.
Okay, let's get into our main part of this one. It's going to get a little more not as funny because you and I were talking about friendships when we were getting together this last time.
Yes. And we've been saving this for the podcast.
Yeah, we've been saving this. Do you want to talk about your experiences first?
Well, I think we're talking about, it was actually around the time of your birthday.
Yes.
And we were out at lunch for your birthday, and we were talking about, what your plans were for your birthday. And I think we really expressed to each other that sometimes friends just don't come through the way you expect them to.
Yes.
And they let you down a lot of the time. And I was telling you, I went through a pretty big friendship breakup recently. And it's interesting because I feel like breaking up with a girlfriend is harder than breakups that I've had with some men.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, it can be honestly more detrimental and devastating because your girlfriend is like your right-hand girl, and everything you can call and talk to, and you're not, when you're first dating a guy, you're not going to spill and tell him everything. And you have that girlfriend that's always by your side to talk to about anything. And when you lose them, it's almost like losing a sister. Yeah. That's how I am. Because, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And anytime I have a friend that I become really close with, I end up trusting them too much. Yeah. Do you ever feel like you end up trusting someone way too much more than you should?
Yes. I think I can speak for a lot of women that we've all done that. Like, just trusting a girl in our life that maybe we trusted a little too much with our deepest, darkest secret. And then we're like, fuck, we shouldn't have told you our deepest, darkest secret. But, I've been with Chris for forever, so I've never really, I've experienced breakups with him, and they were, obviously detrimental, but we always got back together. But with friendships, I think they just suck on a different level. I think because you do trust them so much, and, I guess with girls, you share this, bond that is, you can't really explain it. So when something happens that, that person doesn't want to be your friend or lets you down, it's it literally tears you apart. And we were talking about that because I think during my birthday month, I had the most, I want to say, I had the hard, it was, honestly, September was the hardest month for me this year. It was my birthday month, and I had to deal with a lot of confrontation with some friends, and then confrontation with, honestly, two of my close friends, and it was really hard. And the thing is with friendships is that you almost have to over communicate with them, because as girls, we're really sensitive, right? Where there's times where we're more sensitive than others, depending on the time of the month, depending on what we're going through, especially if we're going through something and you already got triggered by something. Your friend may not mean something but says something. It could be, and then you start to overthink it. Yes. So I think it's it's always been very important to me now, especially the last 2 years, like just over communicate with my friends. I'm like, hey, if I said something like I'll literally be in my car and I'm like, oh, maybe I hope I said this.
She didn't take that the wrong way.
Yeah, so I literally will call her. I'm like, hey, I know I said this. I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. Like, I didn't mean it by that. And more than likely they didn't. But like, I just like to overly communicate. Like, and if they hurt my feelings with something, I just rather say it. Like, wow. Hey, like, honestly, this is how I feel. Because if not, you tend to like just hold on to that. You tend to hold on. And then what will happen is one day, you'll either explode or you won't want to be around that person anymore.
You start growing resentment little by little.
Yeah.
And over time, you just are like, okay, I just don't want to be around this person because I'm feeling some type of way towards them.
Yeah. No, you don't. And then for me, I am that type of person that I love hard. But when I'm done with you,
oh, I'm done.
I'm done. Like there's no coming back. And once you hurt me, a certain type of hurt, oh, honey, I don't care how many times.
That's how I am too.
I don't care how many times you apologize to me. It doesn't mean I wish you ill, right? But I can never keep you in my life.
And that's what I went through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I went through.
You want to tell a little bit of your story?
I mean, basically, a really close girlfriend of mine who I love so much, still love so much, just said hurtful things about me that I found out about behind my back, you know? And I did bring them up, and she ended up saying, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, I shouldn't have said those things. I was just having a bad day, basically. And, you know.
But they were bad things about your character?
It was bad things about it hurt my character for sure. It was, you know, I mean, it was just negative things in general.
Yeah.
You know, I have a little sister, and we're so close. Even my little sister, I would never say things about, you know, sisters fight all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you fight with your sisters all the time growing up. Even then, I still wouldn't say these things about like my sister. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like, okay, I feel like I uphold everyone in my life that I love dearly so high. I hold them on a pedestal. I would never speak ill of them. If I feel some type of way, I'm going to keep it to myself. Yeah. I'm not going to say it out loud, you know, and it's just out of respect, out of love, I'm kind, you know. So I'm not going to say something ill about you, especially behind your back. Because I feel like if you're going to say something about someone behind their back, you need to say it as if you were saying it to their face.
100%. Because it's always going to come back.
It will come back. It will come out. It will come to the surface. It always does. So if you're talking about someone, you need to talk about them as if they were in the room with you. Yeah. So to me, if you're saying these type of negative things about me, then I do not need you in my life. Because you obviously don't have my best interest at heart. 100%. So I'm going to cut you out. And like you said, when you betray my trust, you are kind of dead to me, you know, because I would never do that. I would never speak ill about someone that I love. Yeah. You know, if I'm going to speak about, you know, give them criticism, I'm going to say it to them. Yeah. To their face. Like, let's go have lunch and let's talk, you know, because I'm cool with that. Let's go talk about things. Let's hash it out. Yeah. You know, but yeah. So when it comes to friendship breakups, it's so hard because it was something that I had to choose for myself to say, is this person pouring more into my life, or are they taking more, you know, draining me basically. If friendship is draining, I don't think it's healthy for you to keep that friendship in your life.
100%. No. And I don't think friendship should be forced either. No. I just had this conversation. I'm like, you can't force a friendship. It needs to happen naturally. Like, and you have to, like, I'm also in the point in my life too, like, exactly, if they're not, like, I don't need a friendship taking away from me. If I'm going to be pouring into your life, you need to be pouring into mine too. Like you can't expect,
it's a two-way street.
You can't expect a best friend role with minimal effort. You can't be expected to be like my best friend, invited to all these things when you give me no effort. And I recently had this conversation with my friends. I'm like, it's important for you to know where your place stands with each person. Am I being a good friend? Stop worrying about am I being a good friend to this person? Because that's what matters. That's how I ask myself all the time. Like, okay, am I being a good friend? Like, to Brittany, one of my close friends, Brittany, I'm like, okay, she's been like, sometimes like, we both go through phases where she's busy and I'm busy, but I always try to ask myself, have I been a good friend to her? Have I been checking up on her? Because maybe like she hasn't been checking up with me, but maybe something's wrong with her. And this is my time to step up, right? But you can't expect to have this best friend role, like, and be invited to all the good times if you're not there at the bad moments, if you're not willing to be there in those hard times, right? Because there's a lot of people like that just want to be there at the highs. They don't want to be part of your life when you're dealing with shit. They don't want to.
That's not a true friend.
No, so you need people that like, okay, are willing to be by your side during those hard moments.
For sure.
But breakups are hard. I like had during that time I had to talk to one of my friends that basically told her that thing. Thankfully, she was really receptive, and she was like, you know, I'm really glad that you're telling me how you feel. You know, one of the things that I've seen is like a lot of girls are like, well, I just never really had girlfriends, right? So I don't know how to be a girlfriend. I don't know how to be a true friend, but like, I appreciate you telling me. And I'm like, everyone deserves a second chance, and everyone deserves, unless they're like, you know, something like talking shit about you. But, you know, people make mistakes, just like your significant others make mistakes. A friendship is just like a relationship. People make mistakes, you know, people are going through their things. It's just really important to communicate. For me, if you cannot communicate, then we're done. Because now, as who I am as a person, as an entrepreneur, I value people that can communicate with me. If something is wrong, I need you to communicate with me and speak up, or I will never know, right? I need you to. I can't be like this mean girl. I'm not going to try figuring you out because why are you mad today? Don't show up if you're mad today. And don't show up if you're mad and you're not going to talk about it, you know? If you're going to come to where I'm at and you're in a mood and something happened, talk to me about it. But don't come out here and be this mean girl or be upset and like want this pity party, because that's not what I'm here for.
No, that's immaturity.
That's immaturity.
You got to grow up.
But I can't. But that one relationship honestly has grown because of that conversation. But then after you and I talked, I lost one of my best friends.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really sad.
And is that because of...
I'm going to drink my moss real quick.
Open it up. Is that because of your birthday situation?
It's actually a very... No, it wasn't my birthday situation. It was a very unique situation. And I'm not going to go into names or anything, but it wasn't because... The saddest thing about our friendship ending was it wasn't because of me. It was because of Chris. And...
So he has a lot of input in your...
No, and it wasn't because of... And I want to say it started because of Chris. Okay. But I don't think that was the real reason our friendship ended. I think the real reason the friendship ended was she has found love, and she has found someone, and she has, instead of being able to balance her relationship and her friendship relationships, she has now given her entire life to this person.
Oh, no.
And so she has kind of not cared about her other relationships because now she's taken care of.
Yeah, her world revolves around this new man.
And this new man didn't, I guess, appreciate our friendship. And I don't blame him. If you're not going to explain to your man how important our friendship is,
then I'm obviously not that important.
And if you can't communicate with me, that's my biggest thing. I had to find out she wasn't my friend anymore because I asked her, is everything okay?
Wow. And if you had never reached out, what would have happened?
She would have literally basically, what is it
ghosted
called?
You?
Ghosted me.
Wow.
But I had a strong feeling. I'm like, something's wrong. I got a gut feeling. You know when you have that gut feeling? And I had to ask her. And she was like, basically, Chris made like a joking comment when I was on the phone with her. And Chris by no means meant anything offensive. And she took it so offensive. And I told Chris, honestly, the comment was not offensive, but it wasn't the time and place for it. Like, you need to apologize. And this was when he made it. She didn't know that we had that conversation. But I was like, you need to apologize because, babe, she wasn't going to take this comment. Like, that wasn't the right time and place. And he was like, okay, I agree. But he was, like, fucking around, right? Never in a million years did he think that one comment would make this person, like, be so upset.
Well, was he kind of, like, calling her out on her bullshit?
No, he basically... So my friend... How can I say it without... Gabby's like, don't look at me.
Because here's what I'm thinking.
Outing her out.
I'm trying to break this down. Here's what I'm thinking. So if Chris kind of stabbed at a soft spot, do you know what I mean? Is it something that she was offended by? And even if you said he didn't mean it that way, if she's still going to be salty about it, then maybe it was true.
No, I think it was, he made a comment, and the comment that he made referred to her past, and I don't think she had shared that past with him.
Okay, understood.
And he was on speaker, and we were on speaker. So I don't think that past had been shared with him. And so obviously she was offended, and then it was like, he offended me. But instead of, hey, let's go out for your birthday. Let's go out. Let's talk about it. I'm not upset at you. I'm upset at your husband. If you know me, you know the type of person I am. You know, especially we've been friends for 6 years. You know who I am. You know my character, and I love my man, but I can acknowledge when he's wrong, when he makes a mistake. And that wasn't the time and place for him to make that comment, right? And if she would have sat me down and been like, hey, babe, I love you so much, but I'm really upset at Chris, I would have been like, you have every right to be. He needs to apologize to you.
Right.
Because that wasn't the time and place.
Right.
But she never allowed
She's letting that comment that Chris made define your friendship.
Our friendship, which I'm like, you never see my husband anyways.
Right.
We always went together out. And then when I messaged her, she has the audacity to be like, it's not about you, it's about Chris. Then why the fuck did you make it about me?
Correct.
Why couldn't you pull me? Why couldn't we go to dinner? Why, if it's not about me, you have no ill intention towards me, why didn't you ever say anything to me?
This is revolving to the communication aspect.
You
being the most important
communicate.
thing in a friendship.
You should communicate when something's wrong, right?
Yes.
Like that's, and if you like really appreciated our friendship as much as you made it seem like you did, we wouldn't have even, why did I have to be the one to reach out and ask?
You wouldn't let that get in the way.
No. I wouldn't have let that get in.
No.
If one of my bestest friends, if Art just came in, like him and I joke around, if he made a comment about something and I was offended, why the hell, Brittany has nothing to do with it. Why would I be mad at Brittany?
Oh, no, you're not going to answer Brittany or respond to her
because her man, no, I'm going to take it out on her man, be like, hey, I didn't appreciate you saying that, or tell Brittany, hey, like your man made this comment to me.
Yeah.
I love you, but can we like just, can he apologize or something? Like, if I have no issue with her, why, and our friendship.
Right.
So it was, for me, it was much deeper. It was, he didn't want our friendship anymore.
Right.
I didn't fit into her life now.
Right.
Which is fine. I'm completely okay with that. Like, I kind of felt it coming, but the way that it ended was very hurtful. I literally cried all that day, but I feel like I needed it. I needed to mourn it. Now, Chris apologized to her, messaged her. Chris felt really, really bad. He was like, I would have never said that if I really, like, it wasn't even meant that way. Like, he literally sent her a voicemail. He apologized. And she messaged me like, let's get dinner. I will not. Yeah, I cannot. I cried. You hurt me in the way that I never thought that you could have possibly hurt me. And I can't come back from that. I can't come back.
I really agree with everything you're saying, because that type of interaction is going to follow you in your future of that friendship. Yeah. Let's say you were to rekindle it and you were to continue that friendship, it's like tainted now.
It's tainted. Because now I know you don't know how to communicate.
Correct.
And not only that, you don't value our friendship. If I thought you truly valued our friendship, like if you didn't value our friendship then what makes you think what makes me think you're going to continue to value? You're not.
Yeah.
And I understand, like, she's fallen in love with this man and he's her whole world. And, like, I get it. She deserves happiness. Like, I wish her all the best in the world. But it's one of those things I think you just don't ever expect someone like that hurting you. Right. Like, one of your closest friends hurting you in that way. You know?
That's exactly how I felt.
It's just recently. Like a betrayal. It's like when you think that you're at this level with someone and the thing is like, oh, newsflash, you're not. It's one of the most hurtful feelings. And I think for me, one of my things that like I don't do well with is feeling rejected. Mm-hmm. I do not deal well with rejection. I maybe it has to do with my trauma growing up as a kid, but anytime I feel rejected by anyone, it's something that like truly tears me. Like it truly tears my inside. And so then I just felt like she basically like rejected me. She didn't give me the opportunity to speak to her or anything. So like when I feel rejected by someone, it almost turns into immediate anger. Yeah. You know? Like I just...
That's so understandable.
Yeah, I just can't.
Maybe that has to do with kind of trauma of how you grew up, or... I mean, but no one deals with rejection well. Feeling like you're not wanted, feeling like you are reaching out and they almost don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's a really hurtful feeling, especially coming from someone who you're so close with and who you thought you could call for anything. Yeah. You know, and they'd pick up the phone and help you anytime. Yeah. That's, I think, the hardest part of a girlfriend betrayal or a breakup with a girlfriend is feeling like, I had this for lifer, and now I feel like I don't have you anymore to lean on if I need your help.
Yeah.
You know, because before I was engaged and married, having kind of boyfriends or whatever, they come and go. I've had girlfriends that I've had for over 10 years, 15 years, and my entire life, you know, and I can't imagine losing someone after 8+ years of a close friendship, because you're like a sister to me at this point.
Yeah.
These men, they're going to come and go. But you, like, I didn't expect that out of you to do that to me. You know, we basically grew up together, or you know every single thing about me.
Yeah.
And to betray me like that, it's just, it's so hurtful on another level. And like you said, like you cried for a whole day. I would think of things I'd like want to call and tell her, or I want to text her and tell her, and I'm like, fuck, okay, like I can't.
No,
I can't tell you.
And I think it's like too, like I've heard it time and time again, like you love your significant other, right? They're your best friend, right? But as women, we need a female significant other, our best friend, because they're going to help us. They're going to be able to relate to us when we're going through a hard day and our emotions are high or whatever. Or like those days that we like don't feel like doing much because we're going through stuff. Like our girlfriends are like, sometimes I'm like, babe, I just want to spend, like, I just want a girls' night. I just need them because they're going to make me feel good. Like, and I love Chris, but there's like a part of him that he can't give me that. No, the man cannot give you energy. That. You need the female energy. You need the female talks, the female empowerment, right? And it's hard when you lose the person that like instead of Blake, you have Susanna or somebody, right? And then you lose Susanna, now you just have Blake, and it's like, Blake's great, but you
amazing. But if I want to talk to you about my cramps and my period or the crazy sex we had last night, I want to talk, but I want to talk about it with my girlfriend.
Like just random shit that you know, like it's going in through, like they don't care. They don't get the excitement. Like I literally follow one of the girls on IG. Her name's Julia, and she's like, she just found out she's having a boy. And I told him in the car, I'm like, oh my God, Julia's having a boy. And he's like, okay. And that's what got me yesterday. I was like, oh my God, did you see Julia's having a boy? She's like, oh my God, I know, it was so cute. And I'm like, that's the energy you need. I'm like, that's a good example. I want someone to be like just as excited, not like, oh, okay, that's cool. Cool. You know? Like, cool, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Friendships are hard. And I think we've all gone through stuff like that just, you know, people are going to, listen, people are going to let you down. That's part of life, right? They're going to let you down. But if you think someone is worth keeping in your life, communicate.
Yes.
It's just all you have to do. Communication, you know, and like being confrontational is hard, but it doesn't have to be confrontational. It could just simply be you being vulnerable and being like, hey, this thing that you did really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it takes.
No, communication and confrontation are very different things.
Yes.
Because communication is very important, like we just said. Confrontation is a bit different if you're like kind of intervening and bringing something up that's been buggy for a long time, but they fucked up and I'm going to bring it to light. Yeah. That's different. But if communication is as simple as saying, you know, I just don't like this. I don't like that. This made me feel some type of way, and you talk about it. Yeah. It doesn't always have to be heated conversation, you know, but no, that opens my eyes too to thinking about future friendships, you know, and trusting is really important, to not overly trust in the beginning, but having that open-end communication and telling them when something's bugging me or how I feel about this topic, or you said something that hurt my feelings, you know. I think it's important for other women too to understand that if your girlfriend is telling you how they feel, try to make them feel validated. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, maybe you will in 3 days, maybe you will next month, when you really know what's going down deep inside, you know? Because I've had a friendship too where she was like, I feel like you're really distant. I feel like, you know, we're not as close anymore. She had no idea that I was dealing with kind of a wave of like my depression was so high at that point, and it wasn't, didn't even want to talk. I didn't want to talk. I just needed a text maybe to say, hey, thinking about you, love you.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't pour into you all the time. Sometimes the relationship is going to be, 60-40. It's not going to be that 50-50 all the time. It's, so you just have to be willing to work through that, but also understand your limits at the same time. But communication is so important, and I'm glad you reminded me about that.
Yeah, and I think, sometimes as, like, I know I'm the type of person that gives and gives and gives, and sometimes, like, I can get really upset when I feel like, okay, I'm not being given, right? Like, it's important that my friends give me, and I think everyone I have right now in my life, they give me in one way or another, right? They give me their time, they give me their energy. When I see them, they're, like, in a great mood, like, and I love that, right? And, it hasn't been an easy road. It's been us communicating. A lot of my friends know, and Chris says it, and I've had to accept it. I'm a high maintenance friend.
You are?
I'm a very high maintenance friend. And Gabby's like, yes. Right, Gabby? I'm a high maintenance friend. What would you say?
Kind of.
Right?
I think it just depends.
It depends on what I'm going through.
Yeah.
What do you think is considered high maintenance?
Chris is very, like, I need my friends checking up on me. I need constant communication. Not constant, like, every day. But I need to know. Like, I think I'm high maintenance because I'm such a control freak. I need to know, like, what everyone is doing all the time. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I know Brittany's whole week, like, already for the week. I know her month, basically.
I think that's a good friend.
Yeah, like, I just like, always being in the know. What's going on? Like, I really, like, I'm not a big texter, so, like, I'll send voice memos or I'll call them. I'm just, like, sometimes I'm like, hey, I miss you. Like, let me just call you for 5 minutes. What are you doing? Sometimes I'll call Gabby, hey, babe, what you doing? Just because I want to hear her voice or whatever, make sure she's doing good.
That's high maintenance.
Well, some people take it as high maintenance because some people don't. Some people could just be, like, just checking up on people, like, through texts, hey, hope you're doing good. And that's it, right? But I need more. Mm-hmm. And especially, like, for my closest friends, I need you to show up for me more. If I'm going to show up for you and give you my energy, I need you to show up for me too. Mm-hmm. So at first I was like, when Chris was like, babe, you're a high maintenance friend. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, he's like, babe, it's not something you need to be offended by. You demand a lot out of your friendships. And I guess, like, I do. I need them. I also uphold my friendships to a certain degree, right? I need them showing up for me, but I also need them showing up for themselves. Like, I like women in my life who are, like, put together, who are taking care of themselves, who have goals, who are, like, doing something, right? It's important to me because if I'm surrounding myself with that, I need good energy around my life, right? So
I agree with that.
I think it's very important to me. And I will say this, like, it's important, like we said, if your friend is going through something, you need to listen and you need to ask yourself if you're a good friend. One of my closest friend now too, Brittany, she wasn't a good friend when I met her. Like, she didn't know how to be a friend. And she told me that. She's like, we've had long sessions of her crying and, like, like, she's like, I just never known how to be a friend. Like, and being your friend has taught me so much about myself and so much about being a friend. And, like, she literally has, like, gone on beyond and above and beyond for me. And, like, as a friend, which is very, like, it's very inspiring. It's very cool to see. Even Chris is like, I, like, really respect Brittany because out of all your friends that you've had, like, she was the one that didn't really know how to be a friend. And if she says she's going to do something, she does it. Like, she really does.
It's really admirable.
And yeah, it's very admirable. And so the last 2 years, she's really worked on, like, being a good friend, but also I've worked on understanding, being like, okay, people have their own life going on. If they can't meet with you once a week, it's okay. Like, everyone has their things. And, like, if one thing that I admire about her is, like, sometimes she doesn't want to come over for game night or something because she's like, I really have work or something. And I used to be like, oh, why can't she not work? But now I'm like, I've accepted, like, that's who she is. She loves work. She loves to prioritize her work. if she doesn't get work done, maybe it affects her mental health. So I know she'll show up for me later in the week in a different way. And she usually does. She'll be like, hey, let's go for a walk or whatever, right? People can't always show up as you want them to show up, right? You have to understand how people are going to show up. Right. So friendships are a complex thing, right? But just like you expect other people to be a good friend, you also have to be a good friend and be able to listen and understand that friend, because it's important.
I love that.
Yeah.
We talked, something I wanted to talk about was love languages, and I think we should make that episode 3, because we could go on and on about, like, I want to know what's your love language, and how, I think, like, being in intimate relationships and girlfriend friendships, you can tell, oh, she doesn't, her love language isn't quality time. Yeah. It's buying me, sending me crumble cookies every once in a while or whatever, because her thing is acts of service or gifts. Yeah. We can talk about that next week, because I think that would be interesting to break down.
Yeah, it would be. And mine change all the time. So I think it's really cool to, like, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Now you have to share. What are you laughing at?
No, they just change all the time, so.
That's interesting. No, that's interesting to say they change all the time. I feel like I have, like, my steady love languages that
You're saying you see that mine change all the time? Or
no.
Or you think it's funny that mine change?
It's funny.
Have yours changed?
No.
No, I think mine have changed over time. I think so.
I know you can have multiple, and, like, you can have a preference, but you can also kind of be this or be that. But it's interesting that you say about friendships that not everyone is going to pour into you the way that you pour into them.
Yeah.
It's just maybe not the way that they show love. Right. It's just different. But you have to get accustomed to that and realize they're not, wishing me ill. It's just the fact that they're prioritizing other things, and it's okay.
Well, just like relationships, and we can talk about this next week. Like, you have your love language with your partner, and you have a love language with your friendship. Yes. Like, because you may be a gift giver, but she's a quality time person. Correct. Right? So for her, like, giving you an hour of her day is a fucking big deal because she's busy, right? Exactly. So, like, you have to also learn the love languages of your friends if you want them to last, right? Yes. Friendships are just like fucking relationships. They're harder. They're hard, but in the best way possible.
Yes, of course.
They're hard in the best way possible. But a friendship shouldn't be pushed hard. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be too hard, like, in the beginning, right? Like, it should, for me, it's like, it should flow naturally.
It is
and then,
natural,
like,
for sure.
But I feel like if you have a ride or die friend, it's about the communication and being able to, like, withstand confrontation. If you can withstand confrontation and take whatever is thrown at you and look at it without being like, oh my God, my ego hit, then you're going to be a good friend and that relationship's going to last. Right. But if you get any kind of, like, oh, my ego is hurt, she said I was being a bitch, but I wasn't.
No,
like,
just
you
grow up.
Some people just need to grow the fuck up, right?
They really do.
But
even though they're in their 30s or 40s,
they need to grow up. But all right, guys, we're almost done with the episode. We're gonna just go into. Oh wait. Oh,
you signed up for the half marathon.
No, wait. Before we do the half marathon, you were gonna talk about.
Oh, I wanted to ask. Okay, I had the craziest night. I want to say dream, but it was a nightmare. I had a crazy ass nightmare last night. So I had a dream. Basically, we were, like, on the street. Blake and I were on the street, and I don't know about you, but my Roman Empire, okay?
I don't know what that is, so you're going to have to tell me.
Oh, my God. Okay. A Roman Empire was a trend going on TikTok, okay? And all the girls were asking their boyfriend, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? Like, the Romans and, like, ancient Egypt. Okay? And almost every single guy was like every day. Like, maybe 3 times a day. I think about the Roman Empire all the time. And I was like, what the hell? These men, they just constantly are thinking about, like, gladiators and, like, whatever. Sure enough, I asked, like, I'm like, babe, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? And he's like, at least, like, once a day for sure. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell? So that's a Roman Empire. Apparently, men are always, like, every day they think about, like, something to do with the Roman Empire.
Okay.
Like, so a Roman Empire is something you think about every day.
Oh, okay.
So what's your Roman Empire? My Roman Empire is, like, zombies and aliens. I think about the apocalypse, like, once a day. Do you ever think about that?
No, because if I start to think about that, I literally go, like, crazy. Like, if I start to think about the zombies and the apocalypse, I will literally tell Chris, we need to go to the store. We need to build one of those underground things. Like, I will start freaking the fuck out, and then he won't, like, then it's me by myself freaking out because he'll just be like, you're crazy. We're not doing that.
It's not happening.
It's not, like, but I I don't think about it that much.
What's something you think about every day? Like something crazy you just happen to think about every single day. That's your Roman Empire.
Oh, man, that's hard. Do you know what yours is, Gabby? If Gabby know.
Yeah, mine's the same. Like, I'll be...
Zombies?
What is
aliens.
it? Aliens.
Aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you seen the Manhattan alien abduction on Netflix? It just came out.
No.
It's a docuseries. Okay. Do you believe in aliens?
I don't know. I do think so. I think there's definitely more out there. For sure.
Okay. So I
don't like to think about that shit.
Oh my God, I'm going to give you an anxiety attack. I have never seen aliens, okay, but it like has to be out there. There's just so many people that have allegedly seen them. So in this docuseries, this lady in Manhattan in her apartment was seen by 23 witnesses. There's 23 accounts of this happening, that she was like floating hundreds of feet up in the air in a beam of light. Okay, you have to watch it because it's crazy. So allegedly she was abducted by aliens. So whatever. Long story short, my Roman Empire is aliens. Anytime at night I'm like driving, I see like a light, I'm like, oh my God, it's an alien, it's a fucking UFO, it's ET, whatever. And the other day, last night, I had a dream about the apocalypse. Like, have you ever seen World War Z?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Oh, love that.
I love that movie.
Okay. So I had a dream that we were driving on the road, and I swear I thought all of this was real. We were driving on the road, and I see a dead body on the side of the road. And I'm like, oh my God, there's a dead body, there's a dead body. And Blake's like swerving, and he's like, that wasn't a dead body. That couldn't have been I'm like, yes, it was a dead body on the side of the road. Okay, we keep driving. All of a sudden, there's like 15 dead bodies on the side of the freeway, and we're like freaking out. All the cars start crashing, and you just see zombies. Humans become zombies. Their like eyes are like white and like crazy. There's blood everywhere. And this was my dream. I literally had a nightmare the other night that the apocalypse was happening. And I woke up like terrified out of my freaking mind. So that's my Roman Empire. I think about it every day. Like I'm driving on the road, and I'm like, what if everyone turned into a zombie right now?
Yeah, no, I don't know if
I never think about that.
No, not zombies. No. No. If I think about stuff like that,
Gabby thinks about it, so I'm not alone.
No. I don't know. I don't know what I think about every day.
It was crazy.
What are some other examples that people were thinking?
It could be like one thing that happened in history that you constantly think about. Like, do you ever think about, the day Michael Jackson died? I know, like, do you remember where you were, like, Michael Jackson died? When
you know what's something I do think about maybe a lot? Like, back in the day, like, during, like, when people had plantations and slavery. What? I do. I think about what it was like, no, not.
Okay, wait. Do you think about this every day?
Okay, I don't know how to do it. But when I'm driving a lot, because I'll look at houses and I'm like, I wonder what this house looked like back in the day during slavery times. Like, who owned it? What family owned it? Like, what it was like to be this white male during the time. I think about stuff like that.
Okay. So, like, basically the Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Roman Empire.
Yeah, I think about the Civil War.
Okay,
yes.
So crazy story. I went to go visit my sister in Virginia. She goes to Liberty University. Okay. I know nothing about Virginia. Okay. My aunt used to live in Virginia when I was really young, and we used to go visit her. But I was like itty bitty. I was like 2 or 3. I don't remember any of it. History was not my best subject. Okay. So we go up to Virginia. We are walking the streets, and we're like, my sister's like, let's go to this cute coffee shop. I love their coffee. We go to the coffee shop, and I'm like, Haley, my sister, I was like, Haley, I have to tell you something crazy. I just feel like negative energy. And she was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you don't feel good? And I was like, no, I just like, do you get sense? Do you feel like aura?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I was actually just talking to one of the girls that is at the lash salon that she gets negative energy depending on what scary movie she watches, and I'm the same. And I'll talk to you about this.
Okay. That's why I light my Jesus candle. So you have to light your Jesus candle.
No, but certain movies, because of their frequency and the sound that they make, will put your body in a lower frequency. And some people can pick up on that frequency more than others. So, like, if you're very into your energy, which you are, basically, you walk in a place and you can feel that energy. Yes. Not many can do, like, only a certain amount of people can do that. Then certain kinds of movies, depending on the frequency that the movie was played at, can fuck with you more. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 movies that have really fucked with me, but anyways.
Which ones?
Smile.
Okay. Did you see the second one? Because I heard it was really good and I haven't seen it.
No, she just went to go watch it. She said she didn't, because she was telling me that she said the exact 2 movies that I couldn't probably never watch again was Smile. It really fucked me up like bad the next day. Like I couldn't sleep and I literally had a full-on panic attack in my car because of that movie. And the second one is Sinister. And she had the exact same movies. So I cannot. That movie, like that frequency cannot.
I just always pray. I just always pray before bed.
Anyways, Virginia coffee
So we're
house.
in Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia. We're walking around, okay? And I'm like, Haley, I just feel like something tragic happened. Like I'm emotional. I feel like there were deaths here. I can't explain it, okay? And I'm not psychic, okay? I cannot like read you and tell you.
No, yeah.
I just feel energy. I'm like really tapped with feeling aura or whatever. So I was like, I feel like a lot of people died here and I can't explain it. I know you may think I'm crazy. And she's like, okay, let's look this up. I don't know anything about Lynchburg, Virginia. We Google it. We Google specifically where we are at, the coffee shop in Lynchburg, Virginia. And it was a war zone, okay? It literally was a war site. There are war monuments everywhere in Lynchburg, Virginia. And thousands of men. There was a war that happened in Lynchburg, right where we were, had died in whatever year. It was like 16 something, but a lot of people died there. And I was like shook to my core. Oh my God. Like it was crazy. I just felt this energy of death.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. And we were literally standing in where this huge battle had happened.
Yeah.
Because you just reminded me when you said your Roman Empire is a civil war. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's mine. I never even thought about that. But yeah, that one's mine. I don't know, my mind goes there when I'm like driving and stuff. I don't know if I think about it every day, right? I need to think about what I think about every day. I don't know.
No, that's a Roman Empire. That is your Roman Empire. Yeah. You should ask Chris. So when you get home, ask Chris, like, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Okay,
see what he says.
Will. Before we finish with the run, hey, Gabby, did Izzy ever text you back? From what you texted him? And did he rate you?
No, he didn't rate me.
He didn't rate you?
No, he's like, you know what? Like, because I don't give blowjobs all the time. Uh-huh. So he was like, I'm not really a blowjob guy, so I don't know.
Izzy's not a blowjob guy?
No.
Is he a handjob guy? Or is he just a sex guy?
I think he's just a sex guy.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Okay. That is going to be our next episode on Patreon is how to give a blowjob, because I have tips for the girlies and Gabby will need to report back to me because he will be a blowjob man after you give him the best blowjob of your life, okay?
Oh my God, man. Tonight, my God. Yesterday was Chris's birthday and he was like, are you gonna give me the butt? And I was like, baby, no. He's like, you said you were gonna give me the butt for my birthday. And I'm like, baby, no.
You have to. It's his birthday.
I told him I'd give it to him this week at some point.
How was his birthday?
It was good. It was chill. Just super chill. We didn't do much. We were just so focused. We had like 3 Moss meetings yesterday. So we're just so focused on grinding right now. I'm like, there'll be plenty of time to celebrate later. But right now we're just like,
we're not grinding my asshole right now though.
No, he does think about grinding my asshole. But I'm like, we'll do it later this week some point. But anyways, yes, we could talk about the half marathon.
Oh my God! Jasmine signed up for the half marathon with me.
Yes!
We are running the half marathon.
I'm so excited. I started running this week. I ran 2 miles yesterday. I'm going to go to the run club. There's like a run club Thursdays. So I'm going to go. And then I'm going to run Saturday mornings. So at the park. So I'm excited.
Here we go.
We're
like, 14 weeks out?
Yeah, you said 13 or 14. January what?
I'm so behind. It's like January 18th on Saturday. I'm pretty sure January 18th. I'm super excited that you signed up.
I know.
I'm shocked that you texted me. I was like, did you text the right person? You were like, you want to do this with me?
Well,
I was like, are you sure?
You were the one that was like, oh, I'm going to run. When I saw you like a few months ago, you were like, yeah, I'm going to do the half. And I was like, I've been wanting to do a half for a while. So I was like, looking, and that was the next one in January. Because one just passed 2 weekends ago was one here. And that's what kind of reminded me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to run.
And the New York City Marathon was yesterday. Did you see TikToks or anything of that?
No.
It was amazing.
Yeah, well, I saw some TikToks of like what the bridge looked like with all the runners. Oh my God, gorgeous.
Yes, it was beautiful. And I saw it. I woke up at like 6 a.m. today, and I went to the gym, and I just was on TikTok. It was raining, so I was like, I'm staying in bed.
Yeah.
And I was on TikTok, and I was like literally crying because they had this one TikTok. It was the very first runner. He was like an insane, incredible athlete at the very front of the entire race, winning, obviously. And then they showed the last guy that came through was an old man. And he was like crying and they were like hugging him, and I was like, oh, it's 6 a.m. and I'm over here bawling.
Oh my God.
It was a marathon.
It's such a big accomplishment because you have to like be like invited or something.
You have to qualify for the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, for the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
It was amazing. And I saw another TikTok of all the crazy signs that people had up.
Yeah.
And one made me laugh so freaking hard. This guy had a sign up, and it was like, call me if you want to finish twice.
Oh my gosh, stop. That's so funny. No, yeah, one of the influencers I follow, I love Sarai. You follow her? She did it, and it was really cool to see. So yeah, it was really, really cool to see. And honestly, one thing that I love Sarai is that she runs with makeup, and I think it's so cool. I don't think her face is with makeup, but she'll always wear like a lip product because Maybelline sponsored her, I think, for the race.
Oh, yeah.
So she'll wear like a lip product or something, and it just looks so cool. I'm just like, oh my God. I've tried wearing a lip product without any foundation on, and it just does not look good on me. Chris is like, baby, that does not.
Or like the lip stain, like the lip liner stain.
Maybe I need to try lip liner stain.
I think that's what she's done. I feel like I've seen a video of her doing lip stain before.
Before running. I don't know. I need to see. But anyway, she has her like a cute, like soft glam, and it looks really good when she's running.
God, I sweat like a horse.
I sweat like a horse when I run, like literally dripping sweat. Like I could never wear makeup when I run, but
I don't get people that don't sweat when they work out. I feel like I know I'm like really hydrated because I'm sweating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do you just not sweat when you work out?
If I work out in AC, I don't sweat, but if I work out in the warehouse, I sweat.
Oh my God.
But I just gotta either put the Milk hydrating freaking dewy primer and then the setting spray, or the one size setting spray. But
well, we're running the marathon, and I'm excited. Half marathon,
not a
maybe the full one next year.
Maybe the full one. Maybe we'll qualify for New York.
Girl, please. Bitch, please.
I asked Gabby
to run the marathon.
You know, I was like, hey Gabby, do you want to run? She didn't even let me finish the sentence. She's like, no. I'm like, oh Gabby, please. She's like, no, but I will be filming it for the pod. I'm like, okay. So she'll be filming it.
We're gonna film it.
Yeah, so it'll be a good time, guys. But yeah, that wraps up today's episode. We're gonna stay and film Patreon episode. So
Smash or Pass. We are playing Smash or Pass on the Patreon.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Yay. But yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Patreon. That's where we're going to be uploading more episodes for you guys. Also, like behind the scenes. And then depending on the tier that you get, you'll be able to unlock different things. So early access for certain things, different discounts for our merch, depending on the tier that you're in. And then we got a boys tier too, so that one will be fun to do.
Super, super exclusive.
Super, super exclusive. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
That was so much fun.
It was fun.
I know, I could keep going.
Yeah, so yeah, we could honestly keep going, but we're gonna keep it a little shorter. We're over an hour already, but I hope you guys enjoyed the pod. Thank you for joining me and Hannah today.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
I'm literally just a girl.